Are you guys hearing us in the crowd? Yes, you got us all right? Okay, cool. It's pretty confusing because we don't hear anything, so it's a new experience for us. Great. All right, so we're gonna get started. Briefly, thanks everyone for coming over today for this masterclass, for this workshop on best practices for customer engagement in food retail. Maybe as a quick introduction by hand, who actually works in food retail in the room? So we have people from the industry. Okay, later we'll ask you to do the same again to know who's a REWE customer and maybe who's a REWE app user. But we'll keep this for later. Maybe spoilers for the presentation. We might not end up doing a full 90-minute. We have material for an hour, so maybe if there are tons of questions, we'll end up reaching the 1 hour and a half mark. But I think we'll be speaking for 40 minutes, 45, and then we have time for questions from the audience if there are. It's going to be half presentation and half panel discussion, deep diving into the case study we've built with the great team at REWE this past year. Before we start, I wanted to have everyone maybe go for a quick round of introduction so everyone knows who's everyone and who's on stage before we deep dive into the content. Who wants to start?
Perfect. And I'm speaking loud. No. Now? Yes. Nice. Yes, I'm Lukas. I'm working for the REWE group already 8 years. I'm the REWE app growth manager, and I'm super excited to be here to share some insights coming into these discussions with you. Yeah, and I'm not alone. I'm with Anna.
Can you hear me too? Okay, cool, because it's so weird I can't hear myself. So, hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm also working at REWE for about 3 years. And I'm responsible for push notifications. I'm very delighted to share the experience that we made with Batch in the past couple of months. And I hope you guys enjoy our session and have a great convention.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Claudia. I'm working at Batch for 2 years by now. I've got 2 job positions at Batch. I'm the key account manager for most of our German customers, but I'm also, and this is more important here, the customer success manager of our German-speaking customers, which means that I'm working with REWE since they integrated with us how many months ago? A year ago, and I helped them in their strategic guidance on everything regarding the campaign setup and evolution of the campaigns. Awesome.
Thank you guys. So we could have done this talk in German, but I'm the only non-German speaker, so we have to do this in English eventually. So 3 parts to the presentation today. Quick introduction to what we do at Batch, which is cross-channel marketing. Just want to walk you through a few slides to explain the concept, how we define that, the benefits of it, how it works. Second part, we wanted to highlight a few key trends we've seen over the years working with lots of different food retailers and also QSR players across Europe. Probably nothing new under the sun, but some trends that will provide a good stepping stone for the third part, which is deep diving into the case study we've built together with the team at REWE. So to begin with, quick introduction. Just wanted to recap briefly and then present ourselves. So we're pretty new to the German market, Batch. We've been in the market for 9 years, but I'm assuming most of you guys in the audience don't know us. So quick introduction. We've been helping food retailers across Europe, mostly in Germany, France, and also the Netherlands with cross-channel marketing. By the way, I didn't present myself. I'm one of the 2 co-founders of the company. So Batch, we're a French company, headquartered in Paris, 9 years of experience, 400 customers. We've raised $25 million since inception. Roughly 100 people at the company. We deliver north of trillion messages per year for those customers, including REWE, across pretty much all channels: email, SMS, push notification, web push, and app messaging, and whatnot. And our craft, our business, what we help our customers with is cross-channel marketing. So quick definition, we like to start with a quick definition. So cross-channel marketing is four things. It's personalized messaging at scale. We work with large B2C companies that handle hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of users. Some are logged in, others are anonymous. We're dealing with aggregates, so those companies need to communicate at scale across all channels that CRM teams and marketing teams want to be able to use. Based on a real-time profile view of their customers, this is what we bring with our SDK-based technology. We integrate in mobile apps, website, we build real-time view of customers, and we provide tons of options to deliver the right message at the right user, ideally at the right time. I like to make it very concrete, so we just highlighted one very, very typical use case that we have pretty much all of our food retailers customers implement when they start with us. We call this use case threaded dispatch alerts. It's very typical, very simple. I think you've experienced one of those use cases yourself probably many times in your life. So there's a purchase that's been done, and there will be a series of events that will actually punctuate everything that happens between the purchase and the delivery. And you want to make sure that your consumers are kept informed at every step, and you want to be able to start with one channel, maybe an email. If the email isn't read, you want to follow up maybe with a push notification if your customer uses the app. If the push notification is not used, then maybe you want to follow up in an SMS, mindful of SMS pricing, right? You want to have those in sequence. So that's a very simple use case to highlight what we do. At the end of the day, we know that some of your customers will be following their orders on mobile, some others will be following them on the web, but most of them in the end will be following across different media. So you want to be able to address those customers pretty much wherever they are. That's a slide that I like very much. So for those 400 customers we work with, we end up tracking almost 1 billion monthly unique visitors. And for them, we deliver anywhere between 60 and 80 billion messages per month. So we have quite a lot of data, and every now and then we go into that data and try and find interesting insights. So what this slide shows is that if you run a service like REWE and you do no messaging at all, you will have a specific setup, like a specific KPI of activity. That's your number one. That's your base activity. If you start with one channel activity, you'll multiply. You will have like a 70% uplift in user activity. If you go to 2-channel activity, you'll almost double the activity, the LTV. And if you go multi-channel mix, depending on the different strategies, you will have an uplift anywhere between 50 and 140% based on the data we look at. So very simple slide to showcase that obviously going multi-channel and having cross-channel initiatives pays dividend. The tool to run cross-channel messaging is called a customer engagement platform. As per Gartner's definition, it's a single piece of software that tracks, manages, and enables interaction with your prospects and customers. We can discuss this afterward. It works pretty simply, lets our customers build their user base, access tools to create campaigns, and then deliver campaigns. And one thing that is very important, and we'll talk about it later on, because in the case study we're going to discuss the IT implementation that REWE has delivered as well. It's also a product that works for all modern teams of a modern marketing organization, being CRM teams, IT CRM teams, analytics teams, and also product and tech teams that are very much involved in the day-to-day operations of setting up all those tools, those products, and enabling marketing team with their day-to-day operations. End of chapter 1. We're gonna skip to a few key trends that we wanted to highlight, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Lukas and Anna for the case study. So a couple trends, nothing groundbreaking here, but something we've seen, especially in food retail, and especially since COVID. Clients doubling down, piling down on their digital investments, specifically with mobile becoming the front door for everything. And that's something that has changed pretty dramatically in the last 4 or 5 years. We have this stat from McKinsey that's almost 70 US shoppers use their phone while they're actually shopping for groceries, so completely ubiquitous. Second trend we discussed afterwards, the end of printed leaflet. We see this pretty much everywhere. REWE has been a pretty amazing pioneer in this space. Lukas will elaborate on this afterward, obviously being replaced by other strategies. We've seen lots of new startups come in the market and innovate a lot. We love showcasing this French tech company Joe that has launched in the US. They've raised $40 million. They provide a different new way to shop for grocery by building recipe. And then in France specifically, most of the food retailers have opened up APIs. So apps like Joe can build a recipe, multiply this by the number of people that live in your household, and then they can go and purchase groceries across different retailers. So it's a very new, very innovative way of shopping. We've seen the rise, obviously, of food to go as opposed to traditional retail, which is, again, according to McKinsey study, going to grow 2.5 faster than traditional grocery shopping. Rising omni-channel expectations. Your consumers are also using Netflix and Spotify and all of the best and most modern apps on their phone, so they're expecting, as food retailers, a really neat and high-end experience from you. And then last trend that you're probably all familiar with as well is the tremendous rise of retail media, and that's something we've done with our customers a lot since all of the data collection we provide is usually being transferred in retail media platform for the purpose of running those campaigns. So quick trends, and now we're going to be transitioning to the meaty part of the presentation, and I'm going to be handing it over to Lukas and Anna, yes. And with the help of Claudia, we're going to be helping with the moderation of this use case.
So perfect, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to wait until the band.
This is the introduction.
Because there's a band playing really loud over there. So quick case study, and to begin with, I think, so we wanted to go by hand, but I'm going to hand it over to you, Lukas, to start and present REWE.
Yes, for sure. So first of all, we wanted to start with who is REWE. Hopefully you already had the pleasure to visit one of our amazing stores here in Hamburg, I think so. Yes, we have more than 3,700 markets here in Germany, grocery stores, and we are one of the biggest food retailer in Germany. As you can imagine, we have a huge customer base, and our mission is clear. We want to provide the best service for them today and tomorrow. And when we are stepping forward in the slides, I think a lot of you know already REWE, so we are coming to the REWE app, and maybe you already know this too, but I can tell you that this is a super important piece for us also to provide our promise, what I said before. The REWE app is in the center of many customer and also business needs, and we brought you here some, maybe I'm in the screen, but the main features are the e-commerce business in the app. We also have super tasty recipes, try it out. For sure, loyalty rewards like coupons you can use in our app, and offers who are changing week by week. And as Simon mentioned before, when we are flipping over to the next slide, we broke a huge habit of our customers last year. German customers love to browse in the printed leaflets, maybe on a Sunday with a coffee and checking the best deals. And with knowing this, we broke it anyway, because for our sustainable strategy to save more than, as Simon said before, over 73,000 tons of paper, I think this is quite an argument to do it, and then to find digital channels to substitute this and to create a new habit and to show or offer a really good alternative. For sure, we were watching out for improvement, and this was kind of the origin of also this project we are presenting today. And yes, we wanted to show you next what we went through, and for sure the first step is how we can improve. And I can tell you we already had a solution, an in-house solution, push notification solution, and we wanted to reach the next step. So we were looking for external partners, and I brought with me some following requirements, main requirements. Of course, we had also a lot of others, but simplicity was super important for us, also the support. Advanced personalization, later we are coming also to this, but you can imagine like tailored offers in a digital way is even better than in a printed leaflet. And analytics reporting to improve. And a super important part, I have to raise my voice because it was a little bit loud there, but this I really want to make the system openness of the vendor is a main thing for us, because it has to fit to our REWE tech stack, like the perfect puzzle piece. And yeah, happily we are on stage, so you can imagine what happened when we are flipping to the next one. We decided to go this way together with Batch, and we are implemented last year push notification and also in-app messages. And I'm really happy that Anna, who I'm passing over now, is taking you with you to this journey we went through. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lukas. Awesome. Thanks to get your feedback on everything. So handing it over to Anna for the rest of the presentation. We're going to get to some very concrete use case and a few slides, but we really wanted to set the stage of the project so you understand where the REWE team was coming from and where they're going. So maybe Anna, you want to take it over from there?
Yeah,
and
okay.
walk us through maybe
Sure.
this slide and the following?
Yeah, cool. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? It's so weird because it's so
Yeah.
right. Anyways, yeah,
It's-
you can switch over to the next one. Yeah, as Lukas mentioned, we used to have a previous solution in place already. We had an in-house developed push solution, and that worked very well for a long time. It suited the purpose, but at some point we just, our needs in mobile marketing shifted. We wanted to become more user-centric. We had to, and we ended up with Batch. And we had to conduct a big IT implementation project, right? I'm not going into detail here. You can see there were a lot of steps related to mobile integration, also back-end integration. And that was even more important for us because since we have such a big and complex internal system landscape already, we had to find a solution that easily embedded into our existing infrastructure, and we found that with Batch. And we've connected to the tons of APIs that they provide us with. We've connected our customer data platform, and worked very well together, I gotta say. Batch supported us all along the way, even joined our internal calls with IT, and at some point we were ready to go live and had to migrate from the previous solution, right? Without users ideally noticing something was happening under the hood. They didn't, so that went smooth, and I think we went live end of June last year, right? Yes. Yeah. And the first couple of months for us really were meant to, replicate what we used to have in place, while it's trying to already make it better using Batch, and for us to familiarize ourselves with the software, because it was new for us as well. And I think we learned a lot already and have some cool cases that we can share with you now. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anna, for the perspective and walking us through the IT implementation, which is not necessarily the sexiest part of the presentation,
No,
but
it
usually
wasn't,
the
for
most
sure not.
strategic part.
Especially the
'cause,
legal thing.
Exactly, because we know that those projects are very technical and take a long time, so interesting to get your perspective on this. We had a last slide to actually illustrate the output of what REWE and Batch have been doing, which is giving the team the ability to execute cross-channel messaging across the entire user journey. I see people taking pictures. We'll send you the slides afterwards. Don't worry, if you'd like. And now we're getting to the last part of the presentation. We're gonna browse through a series of very specific use cases that showcase the sort of end user campaigns that are being executed by Anna and Lukas and their team. I will have the support of Claudia as well to help us to help me walk you through those use cases. And we're going to start with one use case around double opt-in challenges, and maybe I'm going to let Anna take the lead on this one.
I mean, what's the ultimate goal of each marketer? It's reach, right? I mean, the more users we can actually reach with our messages, whether it's email or push, the better that is. And when it comes to push notification, and everyone here working in Germany knows German law is very strict. So we had the double opt-in challenge, and our users also have a choice. They can opt into different topics or themes that like to be informed about using push notification. And we went live end of last year. We just let it run naturally, see how our user base increases. And at some point, Claudia here, she just prompted us, why not trying out in-app messages? Because that's supposed to be very easy and handy way of actually collecting a lot of push opt-ins. And we tested that last year for about 2 weeks. With great results, so that's now running like an always-on automation. We target users within our app who have not yet opted into push notifications, and we display that in-app message here. It's a real live example, and show it to them in a particular area within the app where it makes sense. And we have great results. I mean, we have click-through rates up to 25%, and most importantly, we see a steady increase in our user base and our subscriptions on a daily and weekly basis. It's going like that. I mean, at some point it stabilizes a bit, but I can only recommend to everyone here working with push notifications, go check out in-app messages for that. It's really handy. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the context, Anna. We're switching onto another use case that's been implemented over the last 12 months around abandoned cart automations. There are specificities to this use case. Maybe Anna or Claudia want to tell us a little more about it. I think we try to make it a conversation, but whomever wants to talk about it.
Yes, okay. I hope I'm not too loud. So another use case that REWE implemented with a tiny bit of help from us, but mostly all on their own, is the abandoned cart automation. I think if you're working in retail, you know the issue. People are putting their stuff into the basket, and then we close the app, we go away, and the items are in this cart forever and ever and ever. So what was needed in this case was a use case and a campaign that helps people to remember that they have things to do. And so basically, whenever a customer puts an item in the basket, he will receive a campaign 12 hours later, reminding them with 2 different messages, either A or B, to finalize the purchase, which is quite huge. Because, as a challenge, we already said that the abandonment rate in 2024 was 70% of the baskets, so it's highly important to re-engage the customers after the action of putting something into the basket. And also very important feature that REWE put in there is the cancellation events. So the customer only receives the campaign if he or she did not empty the cart or confirmed the purchase in between. So extremely helpful also to target the customer at the right time and not to send content that is not relevant anymore to the user. And as well here, we have a 25% click-through rate. So amazing results for a campaign that was set up a couple of months ago.
Thanks.
Not sure if you've got anything else to.
No, I would just say, I mean, it's a classic in eco-marketing, isn't it? I mean, everyone knows that case. So we were happy that we could finally do it using Batch. Yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely. So so pretty typical, but very, very effective, and lots of subtleties in running it across the REWE mobile app. Another use case around personalized promotion alerts, something that resonates with the end of printed leaflets. Maybe Anna, you want to take the lead on this one and walk us through what was the challenge and the strategy there?
Sure. I mean, we know here in Germany, in particular, Sundays usually is the day when users take their time, browse through or check the offers for the upcoming week and plan their shopping, basically. And that's when we actually send them an information, send them the push, hey, go check out the new offers that are available in the app, because the app is one of the substitutes actually for our printed leaflets. And then on Mondays, this is when our coupons are available, where they can save even further. And so on Mondays we also send out an alert notifying them once the coupons are available. And those two reoccurring campaigns, it's really basically just reoccurring campaigns, but they are very effective. They bring a lot of traffic into our app, and our users are somehow they're used to receiving them. They want to receive them. Also hear very good results. And in order not to make it boring to the customers, we try out a lot. We check what kind of seasonal events we might also, join along with the message. And but I think the next case is more interesting.
Just a tiny. It's very, very subtle, but I think the personalization that you put in there with a first name has its effect as well. So it's a recurring campaign that is basically the same every week, but you're still personalizing your campaign to directly address to yourself, to the customer, which has its effect.
True.
Cool, awesome. Switching to the next. So this is a slightly different use case. We're going to be talking about connecting Batch with the REWE customer data platform, something that relates to infrastructure decisions as well.
Yeah, that was
Anna,
a game changer for us, actually. I mean, we've taken, for instance, the Mondays coupon push and have started to work using custom audiences coming from our customer data platform, where we targeted customers, obviously everything GDPR compliant, right? But targeted customers according to their preferences and purchase details, and send them particular coupon push information. In this example, for instance, we were promoting a private label and a related exclusive coupon, and the results were gigantic. I mean, they went through the roof compared against a more generic message that we sent to the rest. And it just shows, the more relevant the content is to the customers, the better the results. And working with personalization and proper segmentation moving forward definitely is the way to go. Not only for us, but I guess for everyone. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much, Anna. And maybe one final use case for this part, and then we'll switch into the last part that will be held by Claudia. But do you want to walk us through this use case, which we haven't seen before in other markets? So we were pretty surprised to see you set this up. So interesting to hear your views on this.
Yeah, it might be something REWE specific, I'm not sure. But when you order with us, whether it is delivery or pickup service, there's always that certain time frame or window where you can still change your order. And we actually offer a service to our users, notifying them that they can still change their order in that case they have forgotten something, which is, I guess, just backs up the strength and the relationship, and for us comes along with nice upselling effects as well. We have a trigger-based automation in place that sends out this notification when they can still change their order, and our users appreciate it a lot. And we used to run it also actually already in the old solution, and recently migrated it to batch. And the first results that we see are outstanding. I mean, this is really relevant to our customers. I mean, promotional campaigns is nice, but what we see with all the different kinds of push notification that we do is that service-related, transactional-related push notifications are what our customers actually really want. So, yeah.
And that's also about giving back a lot of control to the customer on, and letting him shop on his own terms. So that's a really interesting use case. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. We have a last series of use cases with another app called My Veggie Basket. So those use cases we showcased are actually live and implemented in the REWE app. So I encourage every one of you here to become a REWE customer. If you're not a REWE customer already, download the app and subscribe to double opt-in, subscribe to push, and check out some of the tactics that the team has implemented. And in order to end this presentation and then give extra inspiration material for anyone here in the room running CRM and marketing for a food retail company, we wanted to highlight some of the use cases that are not implemented yet by REWE, maybe at some point. So we used another customer, and Claudia is going to take the lead to present this final set of use cases, and then we'll wrap up and take questions.
We brought with us a couple of use cases that we will just go through with you, just to give you some inspiration what else could be possible with Batch and what other customers have already been implementing and might be future for REWE as well or not. That's completely open to them. And one of the main use cases that we see in retail is the automations for the onboarding experience for the customer. One of the biggest struggles is you download an app and the company will be happy, but within the first 90 days, if you do not engage this customer, you are most likely to lose them anywhere in this time period. So what we seen with Veggie Basket is an automated onboarding campaign over 7 days, with different campaigns that go from very simple information, what you can find in the app, to service informations, but also inspirational and promotional content. And this goes over basically a week and differs also between logged-in users who already have an account, who already have the basket available, or anonymous users who not yet have an account. So basically, this has the big goal of activating the new app users, and we found out that it's a 70% increase on the retention rate for the new users. So highly efficient.
Cool. Thanks, Claudia.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Then also we have a second one. It's the transactional pushes. So you do not stop when the order is confirmed, but you also create trust and big momentum with the customer once the order is confirmed, to inform him about where the order is. Is it on its way? Was it supposed to be delivered today? Was it eventually delivered today? And also in this case to give them alerts and rescheduling options. I think this is something maybe we should look into in the future.
Well, we have it on our roadmap, definitely. I mean, it's a standard, isn't it? And this is what customers expect, what I do expect as well, shop in other e-commerce apps. And we're looking into it already, and we will approach you when the time is ready. So, yeah, definitely.
Very, very cool. I'm always very happy when they implement new use cases.
Cool. Thanks, Claudia. Moving on to another use case. This one I love.
This one I love. Do you want to speak about it when you love it?
No, go ahead. I rely on you.
Okay, but I love it too. It's the reactivation of inactive customers. So basically, a customer has been active on the application in the past. He placed an order. He is not yet subscribed to your notifications. So what can you do in this case? It's to re-engage this person based on the last activity within the application or on the website or wherever what your touch point could be with an A/B testing of 2 different campaigns, 2 different phrasing. So basically, you pull out the best. You have the segmentation of your user base. You have got an in-app campaign that you can show to everybody, no matter if they opted in or not. And last but not least, you have got the A/B testing to increase your chances to become again a relevant tool of your customer. Also, this has been implemented by Veggie Basket in the past, and it's a running campaign that just goes with the flow.
Cool. And I think we have 2 more, and maybe we can browse pretty quickly to get to the conclusive slide about next steps for REWE and Batch.
Yeah. When you've got a good customer experience and customers are happy, what do you need? You maybe need a good rating within the App Store. So this is another use case that we implemented. It's a good customer. They validated the order. So you can just show them a native message if they are happy with the application to bring them directly to the App Store so that they can leave their opinion and increase also your rating in the app stores if you want to. Was this fast enough?
Cool. Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay.
And last but not least, the automatic win back, which is a crowd pleaser usually. This one.
Yes.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can. I thought you were just in the flow. This is exactly the. People are opted out to the campaigns, or even maybe are opted in on a device level to the pushes, but did not give their double opt-in. In this case, it can be very relevant to give them the possibility to activate either the notifications itself or the double opt-in to make them loyal customers and also viewers of your campaigns that you're going to send them. In this case, it's an opt-in campaign that we have implemented with most of our customers. Not sure if this.
I mean, well, we've considered it and we've talked about it. We have the other way around, right? We target users who haven't yet opted in because for us, it's like we want to put the customer first if they decide to leave our push communication because it might not be relevant. We leave them be. We don't want to impose ourselves. And actually, we will have to try our push communication even better. So, but it's nothing that we have not ever considered and might not consider in the future. But at the moment, we don't do it, no. Yeah.
Very fair.
Cool. Thanks, Anna. So we're nearing the end. So we, as a recap for this part, we wanted to make things very concrete on what can actually be done in terms of cross-channel marketing when you have the right data and the right marketing automation tools and the right team to execute a strategy. So we have this series of use case available for anyone who potentially wants to look at it afterwards. We have one final conclusive slide to end this cool presentation. We just want to talk about next steps for REWE, some of the sort of main topic challenges for the team and stuff we're going to be working on over the next couple of months, if not years. So maybe, Anna, do you want to have the final word on this one?
Well, you will have the final word, but I can start with our objectives. I think it's more or less the same ones, right? I mean, everyone wants to make their customer happy. We want to make our customer happy, whether it is with our product, the app, whether it is with our push communication. You guys may want to make us happy as your customers. And we'll, as I mentioned earlier, for push notifications, we aim for relevance marketing. So really sending the right message to the right user at the right time using their preferred channel. And personalization is key here. So the more personalized a message is, the better it is perceived. Customer lifecycle marketing, we really want to make our customers, or we want to basically enrich their customer journey with us. And we have started to work with CDP-related audiences. There's so much more we can do moving forward. So it has just been the start, and we're looking into new use cases and what additional, let me call it back-end magic, we can actually make use of. We don't only have a CDP. And this is what we'll be focusing on this year. And partnerships. I mean, there is so much that the software offers and so much we can still leverage and things we can try out, whether it is new use cases that you guys approach us to do, whether it is force us to do additional features. There's way more to come. So I'm very much looking forward to the challenges and also opportunities ahead.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Anna. Thanks for all the great comments. So we're almost finished here. So we're going to take some questions. I don't know if is there the ability to take questions? I think there is, because last year there was. So we're going to have a lot of time for questions if there are in the audience. Just wanted to, thank you very much for doing this with us. I know you were.
Thanks for having us.
I know you were hesitant in the beginning because it's a huge time and energy investment, but you guys delivered amazingly. So thanks a lot for doing this with us today. Thanks, Claudia, for helping me put all of this together. Thanks to Dirk in the audience, who heads the marketing team at REWE, who's been very helpful as well in this process. If anyone wants to follow up on this conversation batch, we're exhibiting in Hall A3, absolutely. So if you want to.
C10 and 11.
And C10. So if you want to follow up with us, we'll be there. The team is over there. And if there are any question on whatever was presented, again, I'm not exactly sure how question QA works in this room, but if you want to raise your hand and ask a question, I think we have some time before we vacate the premises. Yeah, one question there. Yeah, sorry. Guys, is there a mic for QA?
How does that work? Yeah, but we can't hear him anyways.
Do you wanna try this? Thanks, man.
Okay. Yeah, so now you can hear me. Yeah. Oh, you can hear me.
You need to go louder. Okay. I think we're hijacking the process, but no, it's a question. I think it's a question for you.
Yeah. So my question is, how do you determine? No. Yeah, you can hear me? Okay, cool. So how do you determine what is a relevant marketing campaign to use a push notification?
Sorry, I think we have to go back and forth then. Can you elaborate further on that? Do you mean in terms of content, what we define relevant? Okay. I'm not sure whether I can go too much into detail here, but we do have particular features that are relevant for our app, and this is something that we put into the focus of our communication, actually. And
I can maybe also add something.
Yeah.
Yes. So as Anna mentioned also in the presentation, so marketing campaign, we talked also about topics, right? Like service, for example, super important. But when you are like looking in the topics for offers, we have like a toggle to subscribe to promotional stuff, and then when we are trying to promote, for example, just the service without any strong incentive, for sure they are working worse than if you have a clear message. Just think about some messages you have on your phone as a push notification. Maybe a friend is texting you just a random common message. The people are not clicking on this. You have to need a clear topic and like a reward for them.
But actually, that was a good point. I mean, as I mentioned in the beginning, we give our push users the choice with different kind of themes or topics we inform them about. We have like the promotional element. We have transactional service oriented. We have e-com service oriented, and when it comes to the promotional campaigns as such, you know, we focus on features and what's relevant for our users. We do have our CDP. We can deep dive a bit further, and yeah, I'm not sure whether that actually answers your question. Yeah.
Sometimes the marketing campaign, who is like an awareness campaign, everybody thinks this is relevant for them. Maybe it's not so relevant sometimes for them in this specific channel. So you have to be clear also what you want to say exactly, and not like a random bright awareness message.
Great. Are there any? I don't know if we can sustain this too long, but I'm gonna keep passing the mic across.
Hi, how's it going? Thank you very much. It was extremely interesting. I had a question on the sustainability stories that you guys are promoting at REWE. You mentioned a lot about how there's a big push to reduce paper, for instance. I was wondering if there's other stories that you guys, or other initiatives that you guys are taking on the infrastructure of the actual buildings and the actual supermarkets, and how those stories are being promoted.
Do you have it?
So this is communication in our century, right? Like back and forth. Nice. Yeah. So I got your. Just raise your thumb if I got your question right. You asked what other alternative and channels we are using. Yeah, for sure there are a lot of different initiatives. I think we can make a masterclass just about this topic. But shortly answered, of course, we have a lot of initiatives who going, especially also in the buildings, in the stores. And as you maybe saw, or when you check it afterwards, there are a lot of projects where have like green buildings and stuff like this, and farming. Yeah, it's a huge thing. It's not just a slogan for us. It's like a passion, and also to make huge decisions against maybe also business risks. And yeah, this is what we did and what we do. Of course, with marketing campaigns, for sure. But as you can imagine, there are a lot of different channels you can use. We are using more, yeah.
Look.
We are supporting these messages, but of course I wouldn't say they go viral, but the newspapers are also going on these topics. The people know, the people see this also without our initiatives. Is also a mouth-to-mouth thing, and yeah, so there's a lot of movement in this topic.
Cool. Guys, I think we're not equipped for a QA in this room, so I suggest we call it a day, we wrap up. We still have time, so we can turn this into a conversation. Lukas, Anna, Dirk are going to be here for a few more minutes, so I think we'll call it a day. Thank you very much for coming over today, and if you want to follow up and continue the discussion, then we're here. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Good job, guys. Amazing.